Yeah, I love that penny story because I'll tell you a bit about what I do, and I do a similar thing, and it comes from my tradition. So,
Do you have a money mantra?
we don't say something, but I'll tell you about it. Yeah. So in our tradition, there's a god or a goddess for each aspect of society.
Money.
And so there is God, as in there's one God, but then there's loads of different gods for different departments of society. Kind of like you have a president or a prime minister, and then you have like the cabinet and that.
Who's the money god?
So it's a goddess called Lakshmi. That's
Lakshmi.
Yeah, and Lakshmi means wealth or fortune.
It's like luxury almost. Yeah, it's like Lakshmi. Yeah.
Maybe that's where it comes from.
Who
Who
knows?
knows? But Lakshmi is the goddess of fortune or the goddess of wealth. And so you would never, ever put your foot on a goddess. So whenever you're walking the streets and you see pennies around, you're never meant to just walk past them. You're actually meant to pick them up and put them to your head.
Wow.
So that's kind of like part of our culture. And so whenever I'm walking around the streets of New York or LA, wherever I am, or subways, I do the same thing.
Interesting.
I'll always pick it up. And it's really funny because someone who's with me will be like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? I'm like, because I'm showing respect. I'm actually showing respect to the goddess of fortune.
So good, man.
And so that's what it is. It's like I'm showing respect to the goddess of fortune by picking it up. And usually you give that money to charity or whatever it may be. It's not you trying to keep on it. You may give it away, whatever. But the point is you're saying, I'm not disrespecting the goddess of fortune wherever I see her.
That's beautiful.
Because I want to have a respectful relationship with money. I actually really love practices like that because I think it goes back to the point you're making that we have a relationship with everything.
Everything.
You have a relationship with your body, you have a relationship with your mind, you have a relationship with your partner, and you have a relationship with money. And so speaking to money and speaking about money is something you have to do if you want to love that thing and you want it to love you back, right? If you never talk about your partner and you never talk to your partner, how are they going to love you and how are you going to love them?
Imagine you're, Roddy, for the next month, you never say thank you.
Yeah.
You never look her in the eyes. You never speak to her. You avoid her constantly. Imagine like your relationship's going to suffer. I'm sure you guys will figure it out, but imagine if that's a lifetime of a relationship. It cannot survive. And here's a great question that I want everyone to ask themselves, and another exercise that I want everyone to think about right now, whether you're watching or listening. I want you to comment on the YouTube below what opened up for you during this moment. And I'm going to give you the exercise, Jay. So imagine this door opens. And it's a person. And this person is money. It's the idea of
Lakshmi,
money. Yeah. It's a person that walks in, right?
Yeah.
Is money. And could you, as an example for people to imagine this as well, what does that person look like when they come in? What would you do? What would you say or not say? Could you share kind of what that would be like for you? Money, a person walks in, they are money. They are the representation of your relationship with money.
Yeah.
How would you show up and react?
So in our culture, because it would be Lakshmi walking in, I'll show you a visual of her afterwards, you would actually bow down. Like you'd have that. And that's a sign of respect, not a sign of surrender or subjugation, but a sign of respect. Like you'd bow.
Yeah.
You'd offer her whatever she wanted. Like you'd be like, what do you need? Like, what would you like? Would you like a place to sit? Kind of like a guest in your home.
You'd be like a generous host.
You treat them like a guest in your home. Yeah. Like, what would you like? Can I get you something to drink? Whatever it may be. Obviously she's a goddess. She doesn't need anything. But the point is that's how the hospitality would still be carried through.
That's cool.
And then you'd thank her as well. Like you'd start every connection with a god or a goddess with gratitude. So there'd be like a genuine appreciation and an ability to share how you feel. Like I think being vulnerable and saying, hey, like it's been really tough this month. Like I'm really struggling right now. Like this is what I'm going through. Like I need your help. Like a prayer almost.
Interesting.
Of sorts.
That's beautiful. And I've been asking a lot of people this. And so I love to hear people's responses and be honest in the YouTube comments below of your relationship with money. I asked someone close to me, someone younger, probably in their late 20s. I asked them, if money walked in and you were at a party, how would you respond? And they said, I would run to the bar. I would not make eye contact. I would gossip behind their back to other people there about money. I would look down at them, but then I would use them and abuse them because I would really need money. And I would ghost them afterwards. And I go, wow. And they were like, yeah, I know, it's really bad. But they were being honest.
Yeah.
So I want people to be honest. Like, what is your relationship with money? And just imagine.
That's crazy.
If you were money and someone treated you that way, If they wouldn't look at you, they would avoid you, they speak poorly behind your back, they would use you and abuse you when they wanted you, and then they'd ghost you when they didn't want to talk to you. Do you think money would want to keep showing up in your life
Definitely
if they were a person?
Yeah, definitely.
If they were a person, would they want to be in your life? Or they feel, this isn't a good relationship for me. And your show is all about helping people get healed, healthy, and whole. And if you want to create a richer, more abundant life, you have to create a healthy relationship with money in your life. And look at